Think we are good. If anybody can let me know, we are up and available in the voice chat. I would really appreciate it.
We up. Go
Good,
ahead.
good. Welcome, NDL, to Outliers Bowl Reveal. It's me, NTX, here with Vic. Welcome, Vic.
What's going on? We're gonna reveal these bowls here today. Everybody's waiting on us.
Yeah, waiting on me. Sorry for the delay, fellas. I've been doing some headset struggling and microphone checking and all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, but we got it here now, so we definitely got it here now. The first thing we should go over is the new lineup of us. It's me, you, and Doc. Doc's still with us, but he had something to do with his kids, and we honor personal things around here. So he's not with us this week, but it will be, going forward in the next season. It will be Blue, me, and Doc for the Outliers.
Yeah, I got
And
some
go
some
ahead, go ahead, go
yeah
ahead,
some big shoes to
go
fill,
ahead.
man. Sammy taking a step back from Outliers. From what I understood, he is still going to play. He just you know has his struggles with the developers and the game, and he um, really wants to like be able to put a best foot forward. And he doesn't feel like he can do that, so he wanted someone to come in and do that in his place. Which is respectable, right?
That is right. He had a fallout with the developers and everything like that. So he feels like um, why kind of fake the funk over the quality of gameplay when the quality of gameplay has been lacking in his opinion. So he gracefully bowed out, and here we are. Gonna miss Sammy though. It's gonna definitely miss Sammy. Um, it's definitely been a pleasure working with him. Good friend. Can't wait to see him in person. So hope all is well on his end, and we're gonna continue doing what we do.
Gonna keep the train rolling for sure. But I hope he jumps in and out of some of these pre and post show chats, man, because I need some of those grandma stories.
Definitely need the grandma stories. If you guys don't know, especially the pre pod chats is where you need to be. I'm gonna just say it like that.
I'm gonna try real quick, Vic, to figure out your audio. Some people said that you sound like you're really far away. Um, so I'm gonna let you jump in. We want to talk about CFP a little bit. And we want to focus on the one outlier, which is JMU. So if you want to talk a little bit about that JMU BYU matchup, and I'll try to mess with your audio in the background while you do it.
All right, no problem. Well, the outlier, as you saw from game day early this morning, is James Madison. He went 13-0 in the Fun Belt, aka the Sun Belt. Was pretty dominant during conference play. Didn't really have too many hiccups. Did have a close one in the conference championship against UL Monroe, but pulled it out for the 11-point victory. Um, like I said, went 13-0. Had a big win versus USF early in the season, and definitely went undefeated throughout. They will face BYU, the fifth seed. BYU lost its conference championship game in a rematch versus Utah. They beat Utah early in the season, but lost to them for the conference championship. And only they were scheduled to have a bye, but ever since that loss, it did drop them out of the top four and into that fifth spot. So they will be hosting that game. I feel like this is a great chance For the G5 to possibly get one, I'm not underestimating CJG at all. He is a good coach, and BYU is a good team. It's just in previous CFPs, the G5 has always gone up against a juggernaut of an SEC team, and being that they have the best home field advantages, is basically no shot at even making it a competitive game against those teams. So, with that being said, I do think that Glizzy has a shot with JMU. I think it will be a close game. I think he can keep it within 10 points. If he can get some turnovers, of course, turnovers is the key. If he can get some turnovers and turn those turnovers into pick sixes like he likes to do, so he doesn't just get turnovers. He makes those turnovers touchdowns, especially interceptions. He loves a good pick six. So if he can turn one of those turnovers into a pick six or just get an abundance of turnovers, I feel like he's definitely going to be
A little more.
within shouting range to win the game. But I do think he loses by 10, actually, to BYU.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting matchup because it feels like the first real shot the G5 has had, at least since I've been here. Most of them have been kind of outmatched, but you look at BYU, they're really not an elite sort of roster. I mean, they have good players, right? Quarterback's good, the running back's good. They got some good linebackers, but they don't. It's not Oregon. It's not Ohio State. It's not any list of other teams, right? And um, all respect to the user and the it's not Kansas. It's not Smitty, right?
Right. It's not a top notch coach. It's not a top notch program. So he does definitely have a chance.
All right. So you want to go ahead and move on to the next topic here? Let's jump into the bowls, and that's what everybody's here for.
That is what everybody's here for.
Let's see.
All right. We have the 68 Ventures Bowl. That's in Mobile, Alabama. And we have Missouri State taking on Georgia State. Who you think is going to win this matchup?
Man, I think I really like the way that Georgia State has played this year with that team. He really can sling the ball. Sorry, I got a little kid here. He's really. I mean, I played him. I scrimmaged him a few times, even with my P4, and I was struggling to stop him. Which isn't saying a whole lot given my defense, but I would definitely chalk this one up for Coach Jack.
I think Coach Jack B. I'm right there with you. I think Coach Jack B is definitely going to win this game here against Missouri State. I think it's going to be a 14-point victory. Next up, next bowl, we have the Auto Zone. Get in the zone, Auto Zone. Liberty Bowl. We have Big Bucky and Iowa State versus D Kane and Arkansas. D Kane coming off the upset against Missouri. Iowa State has been steady the whole time. The spread has it Arkansas at 9.5. I tend to agree with that. I think it's going to be. I think you're going to go under with that. I think Arkansas is going to win by at least 7 points. What do you think?
I mean, it's definitely going to come down to who can get stops, right? Um, we know DK can put up points. I think Iowa State's at a little bit of a disadvantage. Just Iowa State doesn't have a lot of team speed. I've said this a few times. You know, God bless Penguin for uh, the wins he was able to put up with that roster, man, because they cannot run at all. So I think you're spot on. I think the spread there, if I can get it. Sorry guys, I know it's a little off kilter there. Let me see if I can get it to fit in properly. Let's see how that looks. Hold on one sec, Vic. I'm sorry.
You good? You
That
good?
look
You good?
better? I think that's in there a little better. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so I'm with you. I would give it to Arkansas. I think it looks like they're a 9.5 favorite anyway. Right. So I think you nailed it.
All right. Well,
Next up.
next bowl we got is the Pinstripe Bowl presented by Bad Boy Mowers.
Clayton,
I'm
shut this
pretty sure
door.
those lawnmowers are
Clayton, door.
expensive. We have Florida State, the team I root for in real life, against Michigan. So we got a blue blood type matchup here with Florida State against Michigan. The spread has Florida State by zero point 0.5. That is weird, but I see now Michigan does have a run game, but Stephon Thompson is all over the place for Florida State, and I think he's going to cause havoc in this game too. I'm going to give that game to Florida State. What about you?
I'm. It's a really interesting matchup. And I think so. When it says, let me get this right. Maybe I'm off, but when it says versus Michigan, who's home in this? Is it Michigan or is it Florida
It's
State?
Michigan.
So I think that matters. I think that gives. I think that gives Michigan a much better chance if it was at Florida State with that quarterback. Um, I with Underwood on the road, it's a pretty ugly scene there, and you get that linebacker moving all around. I do think Shoddy probably ends up winning the game. Shoddy, man, he's tough to play. I don't know if you played him. He plays like he plays defense like he drinks Red Bull and cocaine together. Like he's
I agree. I played him in the online dynasty. Yeah, he does play with his hair on fire.
I mean he's everywhere. And it doesn't make sense because you would think, okay, he moved those three guys completely out of position. I should have something there and you have nothing. There's just another guy there. So he does a really good job with it, man. But yeah, I think it'll I say Florida State by a touchdown.
I'll say Florida State by a field goal only because of the home field advantage for Michigan.
Righty.
All right. Next bowl up, we have the Bahamas Bowl. This bowl used to be sponsored by Popeyes, but that's kind of odd when it's the Bahamas. We have Kent State, Texaco against Baylor and Coach Jordan. I see this being a matchup of the better athletes winning. Baylor on the spread is 18-point favorites. Don't think they'll win by 18. I think they'll win by 14. But I do give Baylor the victory on this one. Who do you have winning?
Yeah, I think despite his sort of down season, I think Jordan's a really good user. Baylor wasn't a great fit for him, but in a matchup like this, you're really not super concerned about fits, right? It's just too much team for Texaco in this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's just too much, too many fast athletes on that Baylor squad to really hold in for. Kent State, New Texaco T. Going to the next bowl here, we have the 76 Birmingham Bowl. Obviously, that's supposed to be in Birmingham, Alabama. We have Oklahoma versus Tulane. So we got Sergeant Zoot versus Texanold. I got Oklahoma. Same reason for the last matchup. I think Oklahoma has too much speed. So that speed is going to conquer. Yes, Tulane has a quarterback, and he knows how to operate that offense. He's gotten hold of that since the beginning of the season, but it's too many athletes on the field for Oklahoma on that defense and offense, and that's going to reign supreme. They are the favorite by 10, and I would tend to agree with that. I think they are going to win by 10 points.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think Tulane's a good squad. They're a really good for a G5. Um, I just again like it hasn't been a great fit either. You look at Zoot, his best records and best finishes have come when he's had a really really high level running back, and he just hasn't had that. And Oklahoma's way too much for Tulane. I think 10's probably friendly.
Yeah, it could be, but uh, people do kneel down 3 times.
And you got to wonder. I mean, there is that added element of who's in these bowl games taking them super serious and who's treating them like the cup.
True, true. You're right about that. The next bowl is the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl with North Texas and Coach Drew Baca. Look at Drew Baca, back to back bowl game against LSU Mavs, man. Old Dominion. So we got Old Dominion in North Texas. Old Dominion is the favorite here at 5.5. But I'm going to go with the upset here in North Texas because Drew is my guy. So, who you got, Blue?
Yeah, I think North Texas is definitely the better roster for sure. I can't figure out LSU Mavs. I can't figure out his season. I mean, I don't know if he just struggles against UMass, but like he had a couple really weird ones where he was just blown out of the water. But then you look up and he's 8-4. So I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
he's been consistently good ever since he's came into the league. He's been consistently good.
For sure. I think he's outmatched team wise, but I think I'm going to give him the edge, especially at home. I think he takes. I think he takes it. I'm sorry, Drew. My 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 buddy Drew. We do the other pod, but I think Drew's mind is in MLB. He's at the plate. I think it's going to be tough for him.
Yeah, it definitely can be tough for him, but I think he's going to pull through one more time. He only got one more game left. I think he's going to pull through. Next up, we got the Carmelia Bowl with another buddy of mine, Beer Cop and Sam Houston, versus MGR, who's in the audience with us.
That's
I'm
going
gonna
to be
let you
fun.
go first on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first on this.
That's going to be a fun one, man. Beer Cop's one of my guys, man, and I've actually played MGR quite a bit too. Matter of fact, when we were talking about Georgia State, I was thinking about Georgia Southern because I don't know the Georgia State dude at all, but I played MGR quite a bit with that Georgia Southern, and man, he was slinging it. I think he hit me for 500 yards one night. He can throw the ball. And Beer Cop, man, I mean, what a season he's had with that. I don't think people realize how bad that Sam Houston roster is. It's atrocious.
It
So
is atrocious.
So to make a bowl, I'm really happy for him, man. I don't think he's got the horses to hold down that receiving group that Southern has, but I'll take Georgia Southern. I don't think it'll be 15. I think it'll be 7-10, but Beer Cop will hang around.
Beer Cup would definitely hang around. I agree with you. It may be even closer to that. I give it 3 to 7 points. Only because Beer Cop has done well with this defense. Even though it lacks talent, he has done well this season with that defense. Yeah, the record doesn't show it, but he was in a lot of games this season. So that 5 to 7 could have been easily a 75, 84 type record. But he still makes a bowl here. But I'm going to go with MGR as well. The receiving core for Georgia Southern is just too much, just way too much for Sam Houston, who will be in the game, but eventually they will fall to the Eagles by at least 7 points.
That was almost a
Next up, one of the favorite bowls of bowl season so far, the Cheez It Citrus Bowl. I'm feeling the cheesiest, coach. We got Penn State and Coach Andy versus Coach Vegas in Tennessee. Yes, it was brutal that he was outside of the playoffs. We initially, I can go ahead and reveal that I was a part of the committee, and we definitely had him in. Everything that was said on game day is true. I don't need to replay that. I can basically say for the longest of time on my screen, I had Tennessee and Oregon because they both were in conference championship games. Big Red is my guy. There's no slight to him. But I couldn't see putting out a 11-1 team and the other SEC representative in the conference championship. Yeah, that 11-1 turned into 11-2, but it is Ohio State. It is D. Kennedy, one of the best coaches and teams that we have. So I definitely had both of them for the longest in my like who's in, who's out. But I still feel like overall we made the right call. But here he is in the Citrus Bowl versus Penn State. Uh, he is favored by 6.5. And if he does decide to play this game, I think he's going to win by 10 points.
Yeah, I don't like to take my ball and go home. Kind of, I don't like it in real life. I don't like it here. I understand being frustrated. Um, I think we could go all day about disagreements and process and whether or not Tennessee should have been in. As far as this particular matchup, I mean, I think it's really fun. I think it's a really fun matchup. I think Andy does some interesting things with that roster that he has and the two running backs and Vegas obviously has always been kind of a defensive. Let's see. Um, a chef in a way. I mean, he does some interesting things, right? Like he does things that nobody else does in the way he plays defense. So,
Yes.
I hope they play
Yes.
it. I hope they both take it seriously because it'd be a really fun game to watch. If it does get played, I probably give Vegas a 3 point edge, and that's just more for home field. I think they both use their teams really well. It'd be really really close, but I'll take Tennessee by 3 if it goes.
All right. Next one we have is going to be a whole bunch of pink on the field for this one, as we have the avocados from Mexico Sure Bowl. Well, we have Western Michigan, and he was debating on if he was going to make a bowl, but he's going against Big Brian and Southern Miss. Southern Miss is favored by 10. They're going to win by more. Southern Miss is going to win by 14 points. That's all I got to say about that game.
I think you're right. I think Big Brian's one of the more underrated users in the league, man. I think he got a lot of unnecessary flack when he was at Missouri, and he had some pretty good seasons in a really tough conference. And again, comes out here in the Sun Belt, makes another bowl game. Um, Arby's is making his way. He's making his way. His first time ever playing user versus users. His first season in the league. I think been a really good contributor, and I hope he eventually gets him a bowl win. I just don't think it happens in the Cure Bowl in Orlando.
with avocados from Mexico.
Which some of these sponsors don't make any sense, man.
It doesn't, but this one does. Duke's Mayo Bowl is the next bowl we got here, and we got NC State, the Godfather himself, homie, against Maverick in Florida. Interesting matchup. Both of these teams uh, were highly ranked at some point during the season, but fell off. And now they both are 7-5 going against each other. Florida is the favorite. If you know me, you know how I feel about Florida. So that's a no go. I'm going to go with NC State and the upset on this one.
Yeah, this is a fun one. It is from what homie's saying, it's a rematch. He said they played in week one, um, which I would guess Florida won based on that hot start that they had.
Yeah,
I do think it's tough. It's really tough going into the swamp. Um, I'm gonna probably lean Florida in this one. But he's another one, that's been heavily into MLB. So there's some outside factors here that might make it a little tough for him. But I'll take Florida. Spread is 5. Yeah, I'll take 5.
I'm taking the money line upset.
I
I'm
literally
taking NC
asked
State.
to be as quiet as
Like you said, he's in the MLB, and that's great. That's cool. That's fine. Florida still sucks anyway.
possible. All right, we're moving ahead.
Yes, sir. Next up, we got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, a name that fits right. We have Toledo football, Kelly, and Razorback, Coach Razorback and Air Force. Um,
Leighton, shut this door.
Air Force is favored by 2 points. I think this is
Lathan.
gonna be slow down. I would take the under on total points. I think this is a
Door.
pure 24-17 matchup.
Shut the door,
And I
Lathan.
got Air Force winning it, actually. I actually got Air Force winning it.
I think you're right, man. I think both of these guys are two of my favorites, man. They're longtime vets. They contribute. They talk. Always positive. It's been really really fun to see Razor get in a fit that he really enjoys. He said a lot about how much he likes using Air Force and how happy he was to jump in there. And then Kelly has been at Toledo. I don't know if this is his second season or has he been there all three? But I know I played him.
I think he's been there all three.
Yeah, I think so because I know I played him at Miami of Ohio, which would have been 3 seasons ago. So awesome for him, right? Another bowl. I think he's made three straight. So great for him.
Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I think you're right. It's going to be pretty low scoring. I'd take the under, but I would take Air Force by 3.
All right. Next up, we have the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Wasabi in Boston. All right. Um, we have South Florida and El Jefe before he goes off to college against Coach Bananas, the new coach, the new Mac on the block, winner of the Mac Conference. He's definitely going to step into the fire here. South Florida is favored by 11, and this is going to be a blowout. It's 17 points. South Florida, if this game gets played, I know it's May, so I know El Jefe has some engagements going on, especially graduation coming up soon. So, depending on what part of the country he's in. And so, I'm going to go with South Florida, and they're going to win by 14 points.
Do not shut the door. Yeah, this is a going away party, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, all credit to Bananas for coming in. Never seen him say a word. He just kind of popped in and started winning games. Good for him. But this is going to be an absolute blowout. Uh, wish him the
First time
best.
I've really seen somebody win at UMass.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously he did a really good job to go in and beat Chip. Poor Chip, by the way. Um, Buffalo Bills, this copy of the game, won everything but the MAC, right there every time, and just couldn't get over the
Yeah,
line. But
pretty
but
pretty
yeah,
sure pretty sure those results cost him a couple CFP spots.
for sure there was a couple where he was in there pretty heavily, all the whole time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, I moved it along, sir.
All right. Moving along to the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl up in Frisco, motherfucking Texas. Ah, we have Troy, Coach Oracle against Brady Sr. in the ground and pound offense of Iowa. I got Iowa, but not by 20. I got them by at least 10 points. Um, I would probably go over on the total points, but I got Iowa by 10. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Iowa, and I think you're spot on by 10 because I don't think Brady's heart's in it. I think Brady left Iowa about a month ago. I know he said
Yeah,
In the Big Ten show
yeah.
a few times, he was like, he just wanted to be back home at App State. He hated it, hated every minute of Iowa. He'll win just because he's good, and Iowa's significantly better than Troy, but I don't think his heart's in it. So 10's about right.
Don't think it's horse in it either. Definitely don't. Moving on to the next one. We have the Game Above Sports Bowl. Don't know where this one is played, but it's the Game Above Sports Bowl between UAB and Central Michigan. We talked about the Chips a couple bowls ago when we was talking about UMass. Chip is in this bowl game against UAB. Chip should be favored and is favored by 18 points. I think if the rumors are true that Chip is going elsewhere after the season for the new game, I think he's going to want to go out on a high note, and he's definitely going to cover the spread on this one.
Yeah, I think he's pretty adamant about it. What he's told me is basically like, you're obviously going to look at where that pick would be, and if he feels like it's good enough, he's going to make a jump. So, what's interesting about it, you asked where it is. It's actually at Ford Field in Detroit. Uh,
Oh,
obviously,
okay. All
we can't
right.
include neutrals, but in our heart, it's in Ford Field in Detroit, which is basically a home game for Central Michigan. So, um, I'll be honest with you, I don't know Bond. Uh, if you put him in a lineup, I wouldn't be able to pick him out. I think Central Michigan wins. Uh, I won't say going away. I don't know how good he is. I don't know how good Bond is. So I will take Central Michigan though.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Next up, we have the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. If we had neutral fields, this game would be taking place in Chase Field, where the Diamondbacks play. We have Nebraska and D Ward versus Drewski and Jacksonville State, the controversial number 23 team in the country. You know, according to some, this is controversial.
It's definitely
It
worth
does all matter. It
it's
does
worth a
all
10 minute
matter.
discussion, right?
It was the discussion on game day. Jacksonville State at 23. Oh my fucking God. How can we do this? How can that happen? Well, it did. Um, Don't I think a lot of people were sleepy at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, because East Coast time it was getting cutting close to midnight. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I don't think it matters a
Um,
whole lot in the final ranking, especially with the way that things play out, the way that the structure is. I think it mattered more in the previous rankings who would have been at the end, right? As things were sort of getting taken into account.
yeah,
But
yeah, for tiebreakers and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
right, and by the time you get to 23 in that process, you're already done with the field.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, outside of the one before conference championship games that because some of those conferences look at that to decide tiebreakers, looking at you, Mountain West. Um,
Well, I just meant when you guys are going through. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but you're going through it. You go 1 through 4 first, right? And then and
yes,
then five
yes.
through. So we're really it. Who ended up at 23 had zero bearing, because I think that was the point that was being made was, well, if you have Alabama there, then their loss to Tennessee makes Tennessee look better.
I don't even think Alabama was in people's top 30, to be
Right.
honest.
That's what I'm saying. But by the time you get down to 23, 24, and 25, you've already put the CFP field together. So this is kind of
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, this
yeah,
is
yeah,
nothing but a
for sure.
symbolic ranking. It's
Yeah,
something worth discussion.
it was. It matters for the teams and the coaches. It does matter for them. But yeah, you are right. It was just symbolic after we hit 13 because James Madison was 13. So it was symbolic. Um, like I said, I believe Alabama wasn't in people's pool to begin with, top 30 pool to begin with.
So not even an
So
option. Yeah.
they probably wasn't in the nominations or anything like that. They may have been, but I know some people may have left them off. But here we are. They're number 23. Let's get over it. They are favored in this game too, by the way. So
That's interesting, isn't it?
stick that shit up your ass.
Yeah.
Um, I, I think that D Ward is going to come away with the upset here. I feel like D Ward is a great user on the defensive side, especially when it comes to goal line defense. He in red zone defense, he can hunker down and hold you to 3 points.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good user, man. And I think he's an example of, there's a lot of talk about, oh, the Big Ten wasn't as good. No, the Big Ten was really solid. There was a lot of really solid guys that beat up on everybody. They beat up on each other. It wasn't a 4 team league, right? Like some of
No,
these.
it wasn't that, but it wasn't that nowhere though. It really wasn't. It was pretty widespread of losses this season. Like
Yep.
the losses was widespread.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like it was a bunch of teams that was just over everybody. Everybody was kind of in the midst of each other.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is one I'm gonna take the underdog too. I think Drewski's fantastic. I think he's really really good. But at the end of the day, if the user level is, I mean, let's call it 10%, 15%, whatever it may be, at some point the talent on the field overrides some of that. Um, and I think D Ward finds a way to get that done.
All right. Next up, we have the Christmas Eve special, the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, where we have FIU and MJ Kemp against Texas Fan and Hawaii. FIU is the favorite by 3. I'm gonna go with the upset and go with Hawaii. I think Kim's heart may not be in it. Him and El Jefe have some commitments this month, so I think his heart may not be in it. But this is gonna be a hell of a game, high scoring game, high scoring game. The over on 62 points, definitely go over. Who do you got?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Hawaii 24-7 and a sim win. Uh, if it gets played, if it gets played, I think it would be one of the most fun bowl games of the bowl season.
He
Uh,
said, "Say
I I think if it got played, I would probably take FIU. I think he'd figure out a way to get it done. But Hawaii at home, I love T. Van Hell when he drafted him draft night. I was like, this is a perfect fit. You know,
You
and
did.
it
You did.
has lived up to that. I would take FIU by 3 if it got played. If it, I'd be shocked if it did. Though he's got a lot of code of conduct to read and bylaws and uh, you know dress code. He's got a lot to
Don't
figure out going to Liberty.
don't go out like that. Don't go out like that, Kim. Don't go out like that. Play the game, man. Play the game. Don't go out like that. Next up, we have the Direct TV Holiday Bowl in San Diego, where the Chargers need to be playing, but they're not. Um, we have Oregon State, my guy Dub, against Chop in California. This is an interesting matchup. Old Pac 12 matchup. Let's go. Let's go. And I got I got Cal, but I'm not taking the points. I think it's gonna be a 3 to 6 point win for Cal.
Interesting. It is a fun matchup. I mean, it's weird looking at it next to each other. I mean, it looks like it would be a Big 12 game, I mean, a Pac-12 game, right?
Oh, Pac-12 after dark game for sure.
I still struggle with Doc not being at Oregon State, especially with the person who replaced him also being a D, 2 letters and numbers.
I
It
know,
looks so
right?
odd.
I know.
It looks so weird.
I know.
I think
I think Dub is gonna position himself to be at Washington next season. So
yeah, he almost had him, and then we had the whole draft debacle with nobody knew who people's favorites were and all that jazz. I think Chop wins. I think 7. I think it's probably 10. Honestly, um, Oregon State's another just really tough roster. I think Cal has way better weapons. Um, so I'm going to take Cal by 10.
okay. And we have the LA Bowl. Next up, we have Liberty. I think you just said Kemp is going there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So this is a preview for him. Northman making a bowl game. Proud of him. Against SMU and Steam. Steam had a disappointing year with SMU, was ranked in the rankings before a mighty downfall. SMU is favored. I don't think they're gonna win by 22, but I think they're gonna win by 17.
it's a tough draw. Tough draw for Liberty. SMU. I don't know what happened to Steam this season, man. I don't know if he ran out of steam or if he just because he had such a good year at Georgia Tech, who's not a better team at all, right? SMU's a significantly better roster.
Yeah.
Maybe just wasn't a good fit. Um, I do think they have plenty to beat Liberty though. You know, Liberty's it's going to be a struggle for Liberty. Just team speed on the road. It's going to be really tough. Um, it probably is somewhere in that 17 to 21 range, maybe more. Um, but it's going to be a beating for sure.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Next bowl, we go from LA to Vegas, the Las Vegas Bowl, where we have Illinois and Coach Shiesty versus Coach Cruising in Arizona. Nice little matchup between Power Four teams. Arizona is favorite. I'm going to go with the favorite, and I'm going to take the points. Arizona is going to definitely win this game.
Yeah, I like it. I like it for Arizona. It's so hard to know which Illinois you're gonna get. Are you gonna get the Illinois that beat Indiana, and shocked everyone, or are you gonna get the Illinois that lost six other games? One thing I do know you're gonna get is if Illinois loses, you ain't getting any player stats. That's for sure.
Oh man, that is rough right
Your
there,
man
boy.
has
That is
six.
rough.
He's six and
That's
six.
rough.
He's 6 and 6, and only six of his games have player stats. I mean, it's a clear
Good.
pattern.
Way to call them out, boy.
Oh,
Start of a new era in the Outliers. I love it. Love to be petty. It's
I
all jokes. It's
it
all
is.
jokes.
It is.
We don't take it personal. Please don't.
I hope he doesn't take offense. It's just having a good time. I will take Illinois though. I think they both they both had really similar seasons. Had some games they could have won, some games they could have lost probably. But Illinois is a little bit better roster, and Cruising's good, but he will throw you some picks. So give me Illinois in a tight one by three.
I know one viewer is excited for this next bowl matchup. He's been waiting on it since this morning, and that is the Armed Forces Bowl. That's between Temple and our guy, Coach Hubbard, against Coach Ryan Collins in Western Kentucky, who won the Conference USA. Um, who do you have in this matchup here? Western Kentucky is favored by 19. I say fuck all that. Hubbard is definitely going to win this game. No disrespect to Ryan Collins. I just want to see my guy Hubbard definitely win this game. He's definitely gonna take it serious. This is his first bowl game, so he's definitely gonna take it serious and go all out for that win.
Yeah, it's a really fun one. I hate the draw for Jeremy. Me and him are kind of locked in. We're gonna play at a conference every season. We came in together. He's had a great year. Really happy for him. I think the key is turnovers. Can he keep the ball? Because if he gives the ball away, Ryan Collins is gonna bleed clock and he's gonna run it down Temple's throat because Temple's defense is a wet paper sack. So it's really just going to be can Hubbard take care of the ball. I hope for him. I root for him. I hope he can. I think it's probably going to go the other way. Western Kentucky by 14. If I had to bet it, but I hope I lose.
Come on, Hubbard, you got this. You got this. Next up, we got the Military Bowl. It's in DC, I believe. We have Wake Forest versus UTSA, and this is the matchup I've been waiting. I have done this the battle for number 25. It was a strong little debate at the back end of the rankings of who should be 25. Should it be UTSA or should it be Wake? Some of us had Wake, some of us had UTSA. It kind of was a coin flip, and it went UTSA's way. They did win the American. Wake Forest came in second in the ACC. Who do you have in this matchup? UTSA is favored by a half a point. I don't think it's even that close. I think the kid got it. Sergeant Lingus is going to win.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Mike really turned it around. He had a great finish to the season. Congrats on the conference championship, but you know, there's there's enough players. There's more players on Wake's team that can outrun UTSA. I mean, they don't have the team speed. There's only so much you can do with a guy like Claiborne. Even some of these P4s have really struggled to stop him in the open field, right? So I think
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be really really tough for UTSA to keep up. So it'll be Wake by 10.
Yeah, yeah, 7 to 10 for sure. I give Mike a shot. I give the Cat Man a shot, but I think Waite's offense is just going to be too high power for him. Next up, we got the Myrtle Beach Bowl in South Kakalaki. We have Kerberger. I hope I'm saying that right. With East Carolina against AU Tiger, who made a game day appearance this morning with Texas State. Texas State is favored by 11 and a half. His games never go like that. So it's going to be a 7 point victory for Texas State. It's going to be back and forth. That over 54 is too damn low. But Texas State is going to come out with the victory. 7 point victory.
Two vets, two really really good vets, really good guys. I uh I was shocked by whether the Fu Manchu, the mustache. I'll never pick against a man who is that confident uh, to have that
Man, he
mustache.
had it going. He had the beard going.
I would never pick against him. Just for that alone, I think it deserves. That's probably 10 points right there. I think Keg.
Fast.
I've always assumed Keg was Keg Raider, like a like a little
You
refrigerator with a
know,
keg in it.
if I fuck the name up, that's my bad.
You're good. I don't know. I'm just saying. I learn something every day. There's several names that I had learned I was mispronouncing this season that I had been saying for years. Um, I think that's what it is, like a little fridge with a keg in it. I think I had a really good year. I was happy to see another vet, make a bowl. But I think Texas State wins this one. I think it'll be tight though, like you said, 3 to 7 point game.
Yeah, pretty much. Next up, we have the New Mexico Bowl, and we have New Mexico State, of course, versus San Diego State, who won the Mountain West. San Diego State is God, is favored by a lot. The over under is too low. I would probably stay away from that 22 and a half, but San Diego State will get the victory in this one.
Man, old school. What a season he's had. His son plays on that team. I think from what I was told.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that.
That's really cool. So you look up and boom, 6-6. Great year. Um, Great year for Big Z. He's been right there. Several seasons in the Mountain West. He's had some really good seasons. Um, Jump up, knock off Iraka, and win the Mountain West. That's really good. Like you said, it's a horses thing. It's going to be a blowout. 22, is friendly probably. Um, just a bad matchup for New Mexico State, despite being away but in home, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I looked at it so weird. I was like, Mexico Bowl, New Mexico State. Oh, all right, all right. You're the road team. All right. Next up, a fan favorites matchup right here. We have the Pop Top Bowl, where we have Arizona State versus Syracuse. Little tidbit, little behind the scenes. I asked CG if he were to guess his bowl, what would it be? He said Pop Tart Bowl, and he was right.
Oh, nice.
CG is favored by 14 and a half. Uh, I'm probably going to go with the points because I know CG is going to be motivated to get the 11th win. And he does definitely takes all his bowls seriously. So I'm going to go with Syracuse in this.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Chase is winding down his 26 time. He's definitely winding down his Arizona State time. By the way, what's the best Pop Tart flavor?
Frosted strawberry, the original. What the fuck?
Original. Ah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. That and the milkshake one. The strawberry milkshake or something like that.
I don't know if I've
The
ever had that one.
milkshake one.
Wild berry. I'm a wild berry guy. I like the wild berries.
Oh, okay,
Those are good.
okay,
I'll tell
okay.
you this though, controversial. Uh, I would rather have the other one. It's not a Pop Tart. What's the thing where you put the frosting on yourself?
Toastal strudel.
Significantly better. Better product.
Really,
Yep.
really.
Just don't have a bowl
Are
game.
you uncrustable guy or no?
No, the kids are. I've never been able to get over the whole it's frozen. Some people eat them frozen, which is really weird to me.
That is what
Yeah, I've seen people pop them out.
stomach on stomach on acid right now. What the fuck?
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Uh,
Hell no.
but yeah, the kids will knock them out, man. Which I actually you can tell a lot about how I grew up. I make there's times when I'll make their own. I'll make them myself and put them in bags and
Yeah.
freeze them because it's just a peanut butter sandwich cut out. I could cut a circle. Why am I
Yeah,
paying nine
that's
dollars?
all it is you cutting the corners of the crust. That's all it is.
Right, I'm paying $9 for four of these things when I can make 37 of them for the same $9. I mean, what are we doing? So anyway, my bad. I think you're right. I think CG wins.
No, you good. You
A
good.
little
You
tangent
good.
there, get me going on food. But I think CG wins. I think, like you said, I think he's the more motivated of the two parties. Um, so he's at team disadvantage, but he's at home. So and he's motivated. So I give him the win 10-12.
All right. Next up, we had the New Orleans Bowl. That bowl has been sponsored by R&L Carriers for the longest.
Forever.
Um, we have my alma mater, Louisiana Tech, and Coach Barris against Coach Jared Allen, not the Hall of Famer, and UL Monroe. This is low key a rivalry game. People do not realize this, but this is low key a rivalry game. Monroe does not like Tech, and Tech do not like Monroe. But Monroe doesn't want to schedule them for whatever reason.
Interesting.
They hoes. That's why. Um, I'm going with Louisiana Tech, obviously. Fuck all that UL Monroe shit. Um, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ULM. Tech has the better uniforms. Tech has the better field. Unfortunately, I love Bear Ass fellow Sooner, but ULM has the better coach here. Uh,
Tech has the better every fucking thing and better coach in this situation. Sorry, Jared Allen. It's okay. You're cool with me, but no,
is
not at all.
is that Tech field still like sunk in? Isn't that how it was? Like built into the
No,
ground.
they even. They even. It's not
Ah,
really
that was my favorite
sucking
part.
in. They kind of fixed that whole sucking place thing.
That sucks. That they dropped the ball on that. That made them original. Yeah, I'll take ULM. I think it's going to be 10-14. It's going to be a pretty comfy win.
All right, we go from my alma mater to my favorite, my personal favorite bowl game, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. I say this every year. This is my favorite bowl game because it resides in real life in my hometown of Shreveport, Louisiana. And we have Memphis versus Boise State. Boise State is the favorite here. And I tend to agree with Vegas here and go with Boise State by 14.
What a man! I've always Independence Bowl. We grew up kind of similar area, right? Independence Bowl was always really big down south. There's a
For
couple.
sure.
Oklahoma had a couple Independence Bowl appearances, if I'm not mistaken.
They did. They did.
Yeah, I think Boise's too much.
Everybody, if you look up the history of the Independence Bowl, some of everybody's favorite teams have been in that bowl.
Oh, for sure. Because wasn't it for a while? It was a Big 12 SEC game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was a Big 12 ACC game. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fun one. And this is a fun one. Two really talented G5 teams. Old Shark, man, Old Shark surprised some folks. He can play. He can play when he's not playing with, Kentucky completely overmatched. Man, he can do pretty well. I do think
Oh,
Boise is there's no knock on him. It's just Kentucky and the SEC is a hard ass,
no, no,
man.
no, no. I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with
There's only two people that I've ever known who, or three now, counting Sammy, but only three people I've ever heard like I badly want Kentucky. It was Shark, Sammy, and D Kane. D Kane this year badly wanted Kentucky, and I honestly thought he was drunk when he said it, but he wasn't. He was sober and he believed it. So, but he had a good year with Arkansas. So Boise, uh, I rock. It's too much I rock, too much familiarity, too much. He knows what he's doing. He's a good coach. Knows the team. 14 is probably about right. I think.
you. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Definitely about right. As we move on to the Reliquest Bowl in Tampa, this is also a good matchup. We have Alabama, who should have been 23, against Indiana and the homie Pat. Pat is ranked at number 18. He is favored by 1 point. And I think I think he's gonna win by 7 points.
This is a
I
fun
would
one.
go under though on that total points. I would go under.
I agree. There's gonna be some defense played. You know what I think about? Like, I don't know how your mind works, but mine is very like image. Like, I see a lot of stuff, like images more than words. You know what I mean? So when I
Yeah.
think about this game, I literally see. I don't know if you've ever seen this, The Breakfast Club. I mean, it's literally to me like Rain is the teacher in The Breakfast Club. And Pat's
Oh,
the kid.
okay.
Pat's the kid that keeps getting in trouble.
He keeps getting in trouble.
Right, and I can
Gotta
see
stay after
Rain.
school and shit.
Yeah, I can see Rain right now telling him like, "Mess with the bull, you're gonna get the horns," kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, so that's
Don't
gonna
go
be
for it on 4th and 5, motherfucker.
it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a really fun game. Um, two talented guys, two good defensive coaches, like you said. That under is probably gonna hit for sure. Uh, I'll take Bama by 3.
And I'm taking Indiana by 7 on record. We have the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. I believe that shit is in Texas in real life somewhere. Don't know where, but it's in Texas somewhere. We got Boston College Cleat Freak making a bowl game against Chrome making a bowl game. We got the 5-7 battle here. We have Rutgers the favorite, which he should be. Old Big East matchup, by the way. Old school Big East matchup, if for those who remember. I got Rutgers by 9. His scores always be a little weird sometimes. So I got him by 9 points.
This is a fun one, huh? I lost to both these
This is a
guys.
fun one.
Lost to both
I
these
would
guys.
definitely probably take the over on those total points.
Oh, absolutely. No, I lost to both these guys this year. Rutgers in conference, Boston College in the cup. Just struggles all around. Both of them are really talented offensively. Cleat Freak's got a pretty interesting offense. A lot of pistol, more pistol than you're likely to see. Rutgers runs the pretty standard NDL offense, but he does it well. Uh, I'm gonna go on a limb here and take Boston College. I'm just rooting for him. I like Cleat Freak. I think he's a good dude. I think he's give him the 3 point win.
I love Creed Free in his offense. He's unique with his offense. Love him. Love playing him. Love playing against him in scrimmages and stuff like that. Great user. Good dude. So love him to death. It just Chrome uses his playbook to his advantage a lot of times. And if you're not prepared for it, like if your team isn't highly rated on defense, then or you just an outstanding defensive user, then it's pretty hard to stop. So
Yes.
that's why I got Rutgers. All right, next up, we got the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by motherfucking Gin and Juice. And we got Twist the Nut at 8-4, Northern Illinois against San Jose State and the guy Jokers. Love Jokers. That's my guy. Um, San Jose State is favorite, and I will agree on that. Twist the Nut will, that is ultimate pause. But he will give him a challenge. He has definitely gave a lot of people challenges throughout the season this year for Northern Illinois. So this will be a close game, but I got San Jose State taking it. I may not take the points, but I have them overall on the money line.
Twist has had a good season. Again, I mean, this, for me, a lot of this comes back to team, especially when the coaches, you know, I think Joker's is probably a little bit better coach, but the teams are just speed wise are really different. Joker's uses those running backs really, really well. I think he completed like 19 passes to running backs when I played him in the cup. So he'll throw to the backs. They got a lot of speed. They're really tough to cover in the open field. And I don't think that NIU has the horses or the dogs, the Huskies to run with it. So give me San Jose State by 10 to 14.
All right. Next up, we have the Texas Bowl in Houston, Taxac Texas Bowl. We have Mort, the beloved Mort in Texas Tech. Season didn't go too well for him at his alma mater or his favorite team against Texas A&M and M and Coach Rock. This is it here. 11-point spread for A&M. I would say it's a little high, but Moore has underachieved this season, so I would definitely take the points here for A&M, and I'm taking A&M with the points.
Yeah, I agree. Mort's really struggled to find it this season. Which is another interesting, man. You see guys move from kind of mid level teams to significantly better teams, and he's not a worse coach than he was at Maryland or any other stop he's been at, but for whatever reason, just couldn't put it together with this roster. And sometimes it's too close. Sometimes you're too close to it, right? Being your favorite
Right.
team in real life is not for everybody. I did it one season and hated it. We'll never do it again. So I get it.
Yeah, the expectation is hella high, and the nervousness and the just panic factor of losing with the team that you root for, that you went to, the school that you went to, because you have so much pride and take so much joy in that team in real life that it had to be hard for him this season. It definitely had to be hard for him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and I think and what a horrible thing to walk into to finish it is broke at A&M, right? Because
Right, right.
regardless of that record, he's one of the best coaches here. So
I
yeah,
I am on. He is one of the best coaches. I am on record. I am never playing that man. Not in the NDL. Nope, nope, not doing it. The next bowl who we got is the Gator Bowl, the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. We went from the Tax Act Texas Bowl to the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, as we have LSU and Coach Penguin against Coach Powder Flag and Clemson. LSU is a 1-point favorite. They got the talent to be the 1-point favorite, but if this game does get played, because Pirate has been absent, um, I'm pretty sure for personal reasons, and I hope everything is okay with him. But if this game does get played, um, I got Pirate. I got Pirate. I got Pirate in Clemson by 3.
yeah. I think we agree here, especially at Death Valley. the other Death Valley East. Um, you
Well,
know,
that's yeah, the other Death Valley. Yeah,
right? I
that
caught
other one.
myself.
Not the real one. That's
Yeah,
down south.
yeah. I think people forget. I mean, it's easy to look at 10-2. I mean, Pirates. Clemson is 3 points from being, or 4 points from being 12-0. Right? I mean, they lost two
Sure.
games by one
Sure.
point.
Sure.
So it's not like they've had a terrible season. Just unlucky in two spots, and suddenly you're in the Gator Bowl, which is just that's the NDL, right?
That's
Not
the
all.
NEL for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take Clemson by 3. I'll agree with you on this one.
All right. Next up, we have the They're Great Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl with USC with K Dot coming off the upset win to end the year over Oregon versus UConn. Number 19, Dave and UConn, 11-1. There's no favorite in this one. Actually, there's yeah, that part.
Pick 'em.
So it definitely is a pick 'em. Um, it's a tale of two things because if K Dot plays like he did against Oregon, then I can see him having a 14-point victory. But if he plays like he did against UCLA, I can see it being a 10-point victory for UConn.
Yeah.
So it's just which K Dot are we going to see?
Yeah, for sure. And you've seen. I
Dave's
mean,
gonna be. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
we've
sorry.
seen Dave. I mean, we've seen Dave take UConn up against some really, really stout P4 teams and have
Oh
really
yeah.
good showings. So there's no slouch here at all. It's not an off day for K
No,
Dot at all.
no, not an off day at all. He's gonna come with it. He's gonna bring it. I'm pretty sure being 12-1 with UConn have a sense of pride right there. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring all that he can in this game.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna go K Dot by 3. I wonder if K Dot found something in that Oregon win that he had kind of been missing all season. Sometimes you can kind of put it together late, right? Fighting the team, figuring out how things work, and then start to put it together at the end. I think he's had a pretty good finish up to the season. So I will take USC by 3.
I'm taking USC by 6. Taking USC by 6. Next up, we have the Trans Perfect. Don't know what company that is. Music City Bowl. As we have Vandy versus Maryland, number 20 Maryland. This is a good matchup. We got Finesse, who's going to have a good draft spot if he doesn't keep Vandy. FYI, I don't know why you would keep Vandy. Against Maryland, Wiles had that team going this year. Eked out some victories, came back here and there, but definitely was respectable at 10-2. This is another pick 'em, and I'm gonna go with Vandy. Pavia's last ride. I'm gonna go with Vandy.
Man, what a fun one. Two guys that I scrimmage quite a bit. Two guys I really like. Um, I think you're right. I think. Wow, you know what, man? I take it back. I'm gonna take Maryland by 3. I think Pick'em is right though. I think it's gonna be really, really tight. Um, it's really just gonna come down to who blinks first. But give me Maryland by 3 in a pretty high scoring game too. I think it's gonna get uh, up over that over. I'll take the over in Maryland.
All right. We have the Gas Prilla Bowl up next, presented by Union Home Mortgages. As we have Bowling Green versus North Carolina, Coach Ed Rains, particular new coach here. And we have Coach Tar UNC Hill, who made a bowl game. Shout out to him. Good user, good coach. North Carolina has a 13-point advantage. I think North Carolina's gonna beat them by 14.
Yeah, I think you're right. Again, like so many of these, right? It's just a tough team matchup. And
Yeah,
I can't figure Ant out. He start at UMass and started really hot when he first came in last season. Um,
yeah, he did. He
I,
did. He was like 3-1 and then just kind of fell off.
Man, and then to end up back in the MAC again, and 5-7 is good with any MAC team. Make a bowl with any MAC team is solid. But then you pop in, against Tar, who's played really well with North Carolina, right? And it's his roster, his team, his favorite team. So um, I think, yeah, 10 to 14 is right there. Good spread. North Carolina wins.
All right. Next, we have one of the stalemates of bowl games, same sponsor and everything. The Valero Alamo Bowl. In San Antonio, we got Tim in Washington State versus D. Dazzy in Oklahoma State. Two evenly matched teams. They have Oklahoma State being the favorite. I don't believe in none of that. I'm going to go with Tim in Washington State.
Um, Shootout, man, right?
Definitely.
68 might have
Definitely
to.
sure.
68 is not enough. I mean, this kid hit 100. Uh,
It could be, but we kind of thought that with Miami and Ole Miss, and that turned out to be a little bit more defensive than we thought.
sure, but those two teams both employ defenses.
That's true.
Neither one
That's
of these
true.
guys has. They only have
These
so
are-
much to
this,
go. There's only so much in the bag.
this ain't that.
No,
This
it's
ain't
not.
that.
It's not. I think Dinazi wins in a shootout. It's going to be whether it's I don't know if it's 8, but give me 3. Give me Oklahoma State by 3, and a 63-60 finish.
Give me Washington State by 7. I'm taking a full on upset.
Nice, and that's it.
And that is it. That is the last bowl of season 35. What bowl matchup do you like the most out of all of these? What bowl game?
Man, I'd have to pop back through a few, but I really enjoy that last one. I think is going to be really fun. Uh, the
Yeah,
the Oklahoma State, Washington State, and then there was another one that I thought would be Penn State, Tennessee. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably the second one. What about you?
I love Alabama versus Indiana. That's my favorite one. Tennessee and Penn State right behind it. But really, the more I look at it, the more I love the Alabama Indiana matchup. Plus, I'm pretty sure I know that one's going to get played for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be a really fun one. And in any other season, that might have been a playoff game.
That definitely would have been a playoff.
You know.
It was in the playoffs in real life. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, Vic. I appreciate you guys welcoming me in. Hopefully, we got Doc for sure. The next time we gather up to do this, and I'm looking forward to next season, man. And appreciate you guys.
No problem at all. We appreciate you. And we appreciate the chat and we appreciate the viewers. We had between 20,000 and 15,000 views on average. We appreciate all of y'all. And we will see you next time.